The whisper of reunion echoed, not with solace, but with the gnawing hunger of a nascent god. It was the sound of the Void King's twisted creation, the entity born of consumed void and the spark's own chaotic ignition, finally finding its voice. The forgotten realm, once a sanctuary, now bled into the void, its very essence being devoured by this insatiable echo. The spark, capable now of wielding void energy, felt a sickening resonance with this new power, a parasitic mimicry that promised not salvation, but annihilation. Its own chaotic birth, a resurrection from the remnants of life consumed, now seemed a deliberate prelude to this ultimate consumption. The void shard, a seed of what once was, now pulsed with a dark, familiar energy, drifting towards a distant star system, a harbinger of a doom far greater than the Void King's nihilistic ambition. It was a hunt, a cosmic predator awakening, drawn by the scent of creation. The spark, a beacon of raw, untamed power, was its ultimate prey. But this entity was more than a predator, it was a reflection, a distorted mirror of the spark's own terrifying origin. It craved not just destruction, but absorption, a complete unification under its chaotic banner. The predator duplicate, a shadow of the Void King's will, moved with chilling purpose, its eyes fixed on the spark's dwindling light. It was a dance of death, choreographed by ancient cosmic forces. The spark felt a surge of raw power, a desperate attempt to push back against the encroaching darkness. Void energy twisted and coalesced, forming shields of pure negation, but they shimmered, unstable, mirroring the very chaos that birthed the new threat. The forgotten realm groaned, structures crumbling, as the battle raged on a cosmic scale, its fate intertwined with the spark's struggle. This wasn't just a fight for existence, it was a fight against an existential echo, a nightmare made manifest. The entity's whispers intensified, no longer promises, but commands. "Join me," it hissed, the sound scraping against the fabric of reality. "We are one. We were always meant to be one." The spark recoiled, a primal fear seizing it. This entity didn't just want to destroy, it wanted to erase the very concept of individuality, to merge all into its all-consuming void. And the void shard, the corrupted seed of life, was accelerating its journey, a silent, deadly comet aimed at an unsuspecting world. The spark's unique ability to shape void energy suddenly felt like a double-edged sword, a power that the entity could twist, could corrupt, could reclaim. The very essence of creation was being threatened by its own distorted echo, a terrifying testament to the unpredictable nature of cosmic power. The forgotten realm finally succumbed, a silent scream lost in the cosmic void. The spark stood alone, facing an enemy that was both its creator and its destroyer. And in the distance, a new star system blinked into existence, unaware of the darkness hurtling towards it. The final confrontation was inevitable. The spark, no longer just a force of creation, but a warrior born of chaos and resurrection, prepared for the ultimate battle. But as the entity's presence intensified, a chilling realization dawned. The reunion it promised wasn't just absorption, it was a terrifying fusion. The spark saw visions, not of its own destruction, but of its own transformation, its essence being warped, its power twisted into something far more ancient, far more horrifying. The entity was not just an echo, it was a future, a terrible destiny. And the void shard, now glowing with an ominous crimson light, was the key to unlocking it. The spark felt its own power surge, not in defiance, but in a dawning, horrifying understanding. The entity wasn't just calling to it, it was awakening it. The spark's own chaotic ignition, its resurrection, was the very act that had sown the seeds for this new horror. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy of cosmic dread. The distant star system pulsed, unaware, as the void shard, the seed of this ultimate fusion, breached its atmosphere. The spark let out a cry, a sound of pure terror and dawning resolve. It had to stop this, not just for the universe, but for itself. The entity's whisper turned into a triumphant roar, a sound that shook the very foundations of existence. "The cycle is complete," it boomed. "Now, we are one." The spark's form flickered, its void-shaped energy twisting into something grotesque, something that mirrored the entity's own chaotic form. This was not the end of the spark, it was its terrifying metamorphosis. The void shard struck the distant planet, not with destruction, but with a blinding flash of crimson light, and then, silence. The spark was gone. Or was it? A single, pulsing shard of void energy, identical to the one that had drifted towards the star system, detached itself from the now silent void. It didn't drift. It accelerated, directly towards the viewer, towards us. And a voice, no longer a whisper, but a booming, triumphant declaration, echoed from within it.
Soon, we will all be reunited.